So I'm forcing you to while I've got your attention because I think it's going to play a big part in what I'm going to present to you guys tonight. So give me just a second to pull it up. And also, a little side note, this is the keynote speaker for Summit. I'm slightly obsessed with his personal development videos on YouTube. A lot of times if I can't get reading in, I take a moment and read or listen to one of his YouTube videos. So here we go.
I spent all this time teaching people how to share their voice with the world, market their personal brand, get their story out about who they are and what they want to accomplish in life. And one of the things that really surprised me when I started doing this almost 10 years ago now was how many people would come up to me and say, but Brendan, how do you deal with rejection? And these were often adults, which really blew my mind because I was a really young guy back then. And maybe 45, 55, 65-year-old folks saying, well, Brendan, how do you deal with rejection? I thought, what do you mean? And there would be this insecurity in their voice as they asked that question. And I thought, wait, you're an adult and still struggling with ideas about rejection? I think that's really unfortunate. And I think it shows that sometimes people live an unexamined life, that they're willing to not question themselves. I mean, shouldn't we have all gotten over and kind of dealt with rejection pretty young? I mean, high school, college level stuff? And I'm not saying that we won't ever be self-conscious. Don't worry, you don't have to give me hate emails and comments below. I mean, you can make fun of my shirt, but I mean, other than that, please don't. I'm not trying to be insensitive, people. I just think that sometimes they don't understand math and odds. That we think rejection is this thing that happens all the time. So what happens is so many people guide their life based on this fear that they're going to be rejected. So they don't take action. They don't start new things. They don't chase their dreams because they're worried what other people are going to think, that they're going to be rejected and deemed unworthy or unlovable or, not adequate in some way or another. And you think, that's so sad. Oh. Rejection, actual form of rejection that hurts them happens so not the reality universe. Let me prove this to you. I've traveled around the globe, well over most of the globe now. And here's what I find out over and over and over again when I speak to audiences. I always do this little simple activity where I say, if you've ever been rejected in a way where it hurt, it hurt and formed and shaped your identity in a way. I mean, it was a significant hurt that you felt it, and it changed how you felt about yourself and what you might want to go and accomplish in the world. If you've ever felt that before, would you raise your hand? Everyone raised their hand. I said, well, if you've ever been rejected by, let's say, 3 people who really rejected you in that way, that you were really, just shot down, hurt, and it changed who you are and what you want to accomplish in life. How many's ever happened that with 3 people? A bunch of people raise their hand again. And I start escalating that number from 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 30. Here's what's amazing. I've done this all over the world with audiences with thousands of people in them, okay? Thousands of people. Here's the average across all those audiences all around the world, doesn't matter the culture, the average number, about 7. So anywhere between 5 and 7, meaning people say between 5 and 7 people hurt their feelings enough with a real rejection, not one of those, well, I'm sorry, I can't go out with you, I'm washing my hair stuff. Somebody where they really criticized you and rejected you in a way that hurts. The average person says 5 to 7 people rejected on them. Now, there are some people who have more than that. But the average is 5 to 7. And yet, so many people, when I ask, well, how many of you are so scared of rejection, everyone raises their hand. And it's like, wait a second, you're scared of something that barely ever happens? Because the second question I ask is, well, how many of you have ever interacted with, let's say, 10 people? And when you interact with those 10 people, it went just fine. They were nice to you, they were polite, they were patient, or they just didn't care one way or another. How many of you ever met 10 people like that? Everyone raised their hand. And I said, well, how many of you have ever interacted with, met, known, or associated with, let's say, 100 people in your life? And you've known 100 people, and 100 people, they were fine with you. Everyone raised their hand. I take that number up to literally thousands. Everyone's still raising their hand because we've all met with, interacted with, known, or associated with, literally thousands of people in our life, and most of them could care less, didn't criticize, were generally supportive. And it's like, wait a second. You're basing your life and you're directing yourself based on this fear of rejection that maybe has happened on average for people between 5 and 7 times. but thousands of people you've interacted with were cool with you, or at least let you do your own thing and didn't criticize it. And it's like, wait a second, if you realize those numbers, you did the math, like 5 people, 1,000. 5 people aren't supportive of you, but 1,000 were and were fine with you. You think about that math for a second, automatically, statistically, mathematically, 5 out of 1,000, these are the freaks. They're the oddities. They're the weirdos. They don't make computational sense over here. You're worried about what the minority, I mean, the tragic minority in that sense, 5 out of 1,000. You got 1,000 people who got your back. You could storm these 5 people, right? So you have to realize that rejection actually barely ever happens. We fear it because when we were young and it happened, it felt so real and so big. But come on, as we get older, we have to gain that greater sense of awareness and maturity that says, you know what? I am my own person. I'm going to be myself regardless. And some people say, well, Brendan, you can't expect that from people because they have so much fear. Like, why does fear get so much credit? Because people also have so much power. People have so much strength. People have so much in themselves that actually could be heroic tendencies if they focus on that as much as they focus on their inadequacies. So why are we giving everyone a buy card and saying, oh, it's okay that you're still scared of rejection? I don't think it's okay. I think it's rather we should say, let's have a higher ambition for ourselves as human beings to allow ourselves the freedom to be who we are, to genuinely express ourselves. Yes, will some people criticize it? Absolutely. Some people are going to criticize this video and be like, oh man, I hate your shirt. Your hair looks bad. You're really white. And what's your deal? You know, everyone's going to say something. So what? I'm not going to limit my service or my message to the world based on what other people think. And by the way, who are we fearing the most anyway? Usually the people we fear are the harsh critics. But let's talk about the harsh critics. Who are they? Right? Most harsh critics, unless they're paid to be critics, are just jerks. And we really don't need to listen to them. But why are people critical? Most people are critical just for maybe 4 reasons. The first reason is self-boasting. Like most critics, they're braggers. They like to say, you're not good enough. I do a much better job. Fantastic. Good for you. Go do a better job out of my vision, please. Right? It's like, don't worry about the self-boasters and the narcissists. You don't need to be concerned about them. They have nothing to add to the direction in which you're going in your life, right? So just focus on your own thing. Don't worry about the couch critics or the apathetic advisors on the sidelines of life. They really have nothing to contribute to you unless you've asked for constructive feedback, and don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, I think the second reason people become critics often is because it's self-protection. They're critical of you because they see something outstanding in you or something remarkable or something different, and they're scared of different because they're comforted in their own thing, or it challenges their own beliefs or their own behaviors, seeing you excel, seeing you have the boldness, the freedom, the joy, the ambition, the guts, the integrity, the courage to put yourself out there. So they're like, oh, yeah, who do you think you are? So they try to knock you down to their level. Do you need to be concerned about those people? No. What's the third reason? I think the third reason people do it is sometimes they're just critical, but they're critical out of ignorance. They actually don't know you. They don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what you're doing. They don't know anything about your area of expertise or the thing that you're trying to share in the world. And so why be concerned about what somebody who has no knowledge about you or what you're doing has to say? And the fourth reason people do it, I think, is because they actually do want to provide value. They want to give you some direction to protect you, to care for you, and they don't realize that sometimes the way that they do that, their tone might be condescending, or maybe the way that they do it does hurt you or does limit you, but they didn't intend it. They weren't trying to. They're just maybe a little unconscious or lack some emotional or social intelligence. For those people, pity them. But the rest of them, ignore them. You know, I think give some of those people who are trying, give them patience and pity. The other ones, don't give them patience and don't give them the time and attention. And that sounds harsh to say. I'll be criticized for it, of course, but that's what I believe, so I'm going to say it. You know, I want you to go say what you feel like with the world. Go give yourself to the world without concern about what the world thinks about you so much. Because if you don't, if you limit the expression of who you are and what you have to give in the world based on a couple people who might criticize you, what have you done? You've sunken below the lowest common denominator of mankind. If we all shrunk in our ability to serve because what some people might think, where would we be as humans? Go out and be great and never apologize for it.
way, not in a weird way. So I hope that connected with some of you guys, because I think that it's something we all battle, and we make this small little molehill into mountains, right? And this fear of interacting with people, this fear of putting ourselves out there and being judged by it. I know I felt that way, and I still feel that way. And so I wanted to make sure you guys watch that video, and also to give you a little bit of excitement about Summit, because he is our keynote speaker and he's phenomenal. So we registered today for Summit. Kelly and I did, and Kelsey are the people that are allowed to register today. And we put out there, if you're in the Summit page, make sure you go check it out, because we put exactly which section we're going to be in. I think we said go with E. And then if you can't get an E, go with D. Follow the instructions. Kelly was very clear on which one to pick. And it'll, everything's listed out of when you can register. Kelly and I chose to do Autumn's workout. I tend to usually be on stage with her. I don't know, I haven't confirmed that yet, but that's the workout that we're going to do. And the reason why is, one, that's what I sell the most of. Like, that's what my people love. So I'm going to continue to show my audience what they love. Now, Chris Downings is going to be coming out with a new program. So he's going to be the hot trainer of the year, and it's going to fill up really quick. So the last thing I want is like 3 people getting in here and then everybody else is somewhere else. But in terms of workouts, go with the trainer that best identifies with your fitness journey. Because in all honesty, your audience isn't going to care which trainer it is, because they're all superstars. But they are going to think it's really cool to see you in a sea of people working out with a celebrity trainer right there on stage. So go with who connects well with you. Dina, she's a PiYo chick. She might pick Shalene and love working out with Shalene. I know some people are hardcore Shaun T people. Nicola, she likes Shaun T. So she might pick Shaun T. But you definitely want to go with who you connect with. Who's your soulmate workout person, and go with that. You can try Chris Downings, but I will say he's going to fill up the fastest. So if you're wanting to go with a group of people, maybe I'll pick one and go with it, attempt it. And we will keep communications up in our Summit page. So make sure you stay plugged into that for any information or updates. I'm trying to think of any other announcements. We have Kelly and I are meeting probably tonight or tomorrow, I'm not really sure, over the Diamond Retreat details and dates. We had some stuff written down, and I searched all over Epic, and I don't know what happened, but it's gone. And I'm like, where are all of our dates and details? So if you see it, go ahead and bump it up. But we tried to bump everything, and we could not find the actual. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Didn't it say VIP package and had dates and stuff on it? I know I posted it. Can't find it anywhere. So yeah, somebody weird deleted it. I don't know. I didn't delete it, but all the details, I will retype them out and make sure they're accessible to you. Let's see what else. So we just got back from our Punta Cana trip, which is our Success Club trip for the year. The next one we are going to Maya Riviera, Mexico. Is that how you say it? Riviera Maya, Mexico? I'm not sure. And the way you get on that trip, nobody's guaranteed it right now. I'm not guaranteed it right now. The way you get on there is you hit Success Club all year long. So I would recommend Success Club 10 all year long. If you hit Success Club 6 and then you hit 14 another month, obviously that kind of balances out. But try to hit pretty decent Success Club numbers all year long if that is your goal to be on that trip, and you'll most likely get on there. The trip was amazing. Our team is amazing. I was messaging Kelly, and I was like, oh my gosh, Kelly, your coaches are cool. I want to hang out with them. They're not all in Epic Empire, so it was really neat to be able to start bonding with some other coaches from my downline, but in other teams. So it was a lot of fun. A little bit about Chris Downings. I know that we're kind of getting pumped up about this new product release. Y'all, he's amazing. When you work out with him, the best I can explain is he's like a preaching Shaun T. like he's like a pray. I don't know if any of you guys listen to Christian music, but he played like Kirk Franklin, which is like I don't know, is it Black Gospel or I don't know what it's called, but just really phenomenal human being. And he doesn't he's not like pushing a religion on you or anything like that, but super inspirational, kind of the point where you just want to break down and give up, but then he lifts you back up. It's pretty amazing. And I'm excited to see what he adds to the Beachbody family, what he adds to our challengers' lives. Because his program seems to be really about bringing somebody who just really feels like they can never accomplish this and bring them on a 3-week journey to where they're really doing bigger things than they ever thought they could do before. So I'm super excited because I know my demographic is going to fall in love with him, and I'm sure they will. Oh my gosh, Claire, I'm sorry, but your arms are amazing. I just speak, I'm like, oh, that's Claire and her awesome biceps. Sorry, distraction. Damn, girl. All right, so Summit Punta Cana happened. It was amazing. We missed all of you. I want to see more and more of you guys there next year and all from trips to come. Let's see. What else do I got? Nicole, am I missing anything else in terms of announcements?
Exploding the Empire.
Oh my gosh. See, I'm telling you, I'm trying to get my brain together. All right. So Exploding the Empire is going down right now. Like we are in the midst of it. If you guys are not familiar with this or you haven't seen these shout outs that Nicola has been making, let me read off some names who have been rocking this competition. So a little bit about this competition. If you're in tier 1, you will earn a cute custom-made workout tank. If you are in tier 2, you will get the workout tank and you will also get a mastermind call with myself and 2 of your coaches. So we get to really brainstorm and plan things out for your team. If you are in tier 3, you get a swag bag full of some pretty amazing goodies. The value is usually about $150. On top of that, you also get the mastermind call with 2 of your coaches and myself and the workout tank. So it's kind of like the Team Cup where you gain tiers and you get more prizes. So the way you get it is 5 coaches is tier 1, 10 coaches between now and the date specified, which I want to say it's like July 12th or something like that. Tier 2 is 10 coaches added to your team and or your husband's. That's okay. If you're building your husband's business, that counts too. 10 coaches for tier 2. And then tier 3 is 15 coaches. And I know that sounds crazy, but we have people hit it every time, so it ain't crazy. All right. And the grand prize winner, and we'll be attending Summit, and we'll have to be there on Wednesday to be able to get this prize, is going to go with me to this fancy schmancy party in New Orleans. It is it's called, the verbiage is kind of weird to me out because I don't know, New Orleans is like all about voodoo and weird stuff, and I'm not into that at all. But I get it. They're just trying to be cutesy. But anyways, it is at the Sugar Mill, and we will be, where's it at? Let's see, the VIP shopping experience for you and Rebecca Thompson, who won the 2016 Coach of the Year. And then a guest will go with me to this party, which is going to be awesome, and have all of the celebrity trainers there. So guess what? You ain't got to wait in lines to take pictures with absolutely every single trainer that is with Beachbody. You'll see Tony Horton, Shaun T, Shalane Johnson, Chris Downings, Autumn Calabrese, and Joel and Jericho will all be there mingling in a room full of top coaches who you probably follow on social media. So this is a pretty sweet prize for whoever hits 15 coaches added between now and July 12th, whatever the date is on the rules and guidelines. And you have to be there on the Wednesday night, okay? Because that's when the party is, because I can't duplicate a party. So that is the grand prize for whoever hits the most. And the tiebreaker, if there's 2 people, is the most Success Club points between the dates of the competition. So that is Explode the Empire. I hope you guys take advantage of that for yourself, for your coaches. If you're trying to get emeralds, make sure they know about it so they can win themselves a free workout tank or mastermind call. So let me get some shout outs here. We have, with one coach to date, Carla Perry, Kelly Slaughter, Melanie Foreman, not sure what last name, Lauren Teets, Tanisha Grant, Melody Rankin, Sarah Collins, Kelsey King, Elizabeth Nargi, Callie Colgan, sorry, Cindy Laninga, Caitlin Muse, I might be saying that name wrong, Holly Garvey, I'm butchering these. With 2 coaches, we have Pamela, oh my gosh, Keandra Somerville, Taryn Trailer, who is going Emerald tomorrow. Congratulations, girl. Nicole Mikowski, Cecilia, and Kelly King. With 3 coaches, we have Rebecca Thompson. With 4 coaches, we have, gosh, I'm going to call her Nay because I think she goes by Nay anyway, so I'm going to say that. Nay and Jade. So right now, we have Jade and Nay at the top, and they are racing for that prize. And I know Jade's not going to Summit because she will be having a baby like the next week or maybe that week. I don't know. So if you're looking at Jade and going, oh my gosh, can't keep up with her, she's not going, so you can beat her. Love you, Jade. Anyways, all right. So let's get started on tonight's call. Oh, you know what? I didn't go over Success Club for April. I found the document and then got on Instagram and messaged Carl. Y'all tell me if he jumps on and I just sit here and talk like a fool. April Success Club. Y'all been busy. There it is. All right, in Success Club for the month of April, we have Dina Bauer. Do I say your name right? Boyer? Bauer? I say it wrong every time, don't I? Boyer. I suck at names. I'm just going to say Dina. Dina at 6 points. Kelly Slaughter at 6 points. Taryn at 6 points. Courtney King, 6 points. Holly Garvey, 6 points. Nicole Mikowski, 5 points. Melanie Etheridge. It's really good to see you on here. 6 points. Leanne Brown, 6 points. Sue Soller, 6 points. Pamela, 6 points. Kelsey King, 8 points. And Lauren Teets at 8 points. And 4 coaches, by the way. All right, so in Success Club 10, we have Cindy Laniga at 10 points. Melody Rankin, 10 points. Sarah, all right, Sarah, I don't know how you say your last name, and I hope you're on this call. But this girl, like, I don't rarely even connect with her. I signed her, and we've been kind of not talking a lot, and she's at 14 points. I'm like, where'd she come from? Way to go, Sarah, 14 points. Lauren Anderson, 12 points. Ren Young, 12 points. Jade Root, 14 points. CC, 14 points. And I didn't put my name on there, but I was at 10 points. So also, before I go into this presentation, sorry, there's a lot to cover because I feel like we haven't talked in a while. Oh my gosh. Okay, I thought he opened it. I was like, oh. I had to go to a round table with Carl on the Dominican Republic trip. And I haven't felt like, I think the last time I felt my heart race and feel like I was going to black out was when I was answering my onstage question at Mrs. Virginia. So that's kind of how I felt the whole time at the table. Like, literally felt like my head was just going to fall on the table and black out. And the whole time I'm going, just don't black out. Just don't black out. Just Annie, you look like a fool. And so, but anyways, it was a really productive conversation. And I'm excited at the challenge that he gave us. One of the things that he did to humble us was he went out around the room and he said, what are your Success Club points and what is your paid rank as of Thursday? And if any of you, I don't know, when you guys get to the point of like 10-star, that doesn't always stick. 1 week you're 7, 1 week you're 8, 1 week you're 4, 1 week you're 5, 1 week you're 9. So when you're sitting full of room of 15 stars and 10, 15-star diamonds and people have to say what their paid rank is, you kind of get like a little bit of a reality check that, you know what, you put them all in this high and mighty spot and you realize they're in the same spot you are. And it might be the same for those diamond coaches that you stare at and you're like, they're so good. They haven't been diamond for You know what I mean? Like, we all struggle, and it's the same with me. I'm sitting there around this round table full of leaders who are like double 15-star Brandy Bots, awesome people that I look up to, and we're all going, I'm at 6 points and I'm 4-star. It was really embarrassing. And he was like, why are you embarrassed? Like, own it, say it. And I'm like, okay, I said it. Because in the Beachbody world, leadership world, we like to say our lifetime rank, and that's not reality. So that was very humbling. But he challenged me, and he challenged all of us, and he actually said that he is going to forego his salary between now and Summit, and he is going to literally be a coach mentor between now and Summit. So he has myself and a few other coaches. I think Rebecca's in there, Ren is in there, Kelly's in there. I was able to pick 2. I think Ren got picked by Robbie Carter. And so we're in there and we are sharing what we are doing, and he is actively in there responding. So just have mad respect for our CEO, who's just really wanting to mentor coaches on their businesses and pour into us. And so anything that I receive or get from that is going to flow right back into the team. And same with Rebecca's team, Kelly's team, and Ren's team. So exciting stuff. All right, I'm going to not shut up because I'm going to be the speaker. And let me share my presentation with you guys. Not doing that. Oh, come on. Why is oh, there. No, I don't want that. I want my Gmail account, which has my presentation in it. Hold up. Does anybody know why it's not coming up? What am I doing wrong? Quit Safari. There we go. So some of you guys might have seen this during the Dash to Diamond. But I wanted to put together, can you guys see that? Because I can't see y'all, and I hate when I can't see y'all. And if you guys see Carl pop on, please tell me, for goodness sake. That would be terrible.
Yes, we can, and I've been watching for Carl.
He hasn't seen my Instagram thing, but he has been responding within like 15 or so minutes anytime I message him.
I'm watching for you.
All right. Well, I wanted to put together I get this question a lot. How do you transition things? How do you talk to people? How do you post on social media? How do you attract people to you? And the reason why I wanted to open with that Brandon Burchard video is because everything we do and how we respond to messages and how we pursue people and how we present ourselves, a lot of times is squashed because of our fear of being rejected. And so I thought that video really did a great job of addressing those fears that are really, really irrational. Because like he said, the small amount of people who are actually going to truly reject you is so tiny that you're holding yourself back from really accomplishing some incredible things because there's only because of these few people who could possibly reject you. So, and I'm talking about, like he said, true rejection, not just like, no, I don't think I can afford it this time. That's not rejection. That is just that somebody can't afford it. And that's totally okay. So I put together my playbook of what I do from start to finish with my Facebook page and with my invites and my challenge groups. So I'm going to go over developing your personal brand strategy, Facebook posting with authenticity and intention. And I hope that you guys literally start overhauling your Facebook post, because some of the stuff's got to change, or you're just going to be the next LuLaRoe rep or Nerium rep or whatever that posts these crazy salesy ads and stuff on their social media, which is watering down Facebook, and people are really, really sick of it. So we've got to be a little bit smarter with our Facebook posting, and we got to be really authentic and intentional. So, sorry, my phone's blowing up. I saw your message, Gina. I'm also going to talk about how I get my Facebook followers, people who are acquaintances on Facebook, like I've never met them and they live in North Dakota, to becoming my challengers, and how I'm running those challenge groups. I'm getting results for my challengers, and then I turn my Rockstar challengers into my Rockstar coaches. So notice I said my Rockstar challengers. I don't do discount coaches unless the person straight up comes to me and says, I want to be a coach for the discount. Otherwise, I don't have time to do that, and I don't like having fluctuations all over my rank. I like to have solid people who are going to run with me. Now, other uplines are going to tell you differently, but that's just personally how I function best in my business. All right, so let's go over personal brand. And you guys, y'all know me. You kind of know what my brand is, and some of you guys have brands that are very similar. But one of the things I want to make sure that I impress upon you and your downline coaches or the coaches on your team is that you guys have to be like just straight up real you. Be you and be intentional with sharing who you are. I can guarantee if I were to poll my Facebook audience and say, tell me 5 main things about me. I know, and you guys can probably say it because I've tried to be super intentional with what my brand is. I talk about Josh and I a lot, how much we love each other, how much we flirt, how goofy we are every time he brings me flowers, our dates, little quirky things that happen in our marriage, little live videos of us putting stars on the tree and our kids melting down. I'm sharing my family life, and a lot of it is going to be centered and focused on Josh and I having a strong marriage, which is something that I want to promote because I want my audience to be inspired by that. The other thing that I like to, and I posted this again the other day because for some reason this Jeep post does really well, but I just wrote out a list of all the things that I am or I love or I hate in a long post with just me kind of rocking it out in my Jeep with my cool Nike high tops and just being me. And I'm showing you all variations of me. Another thing that I love, and I'm sure my audience could tell you that, and you guys know that, is I love fashion. I love clothes. I love putting them together perfectly with the perfect earrings, perfect hair, great lashes, and cute shoes. Like, that's my jam. And so I share that with my Facebook audience. And one of the things that I'm really one of the things that I really love doing, and if you're going to Summit, this is something you need to embrace and bring your audience on this journey, because I know some of you guys watched me go to Summit other years, and you watched what outfits is she going to wear, what dress is she going to wear on this party or that party. Y'all, embrace that journey and share it with your audience. So if you registered for Summit, you need to be like, whoa, I just registered for New Orleans with my team. I mean, Rebecca's genius at this. She is like monkey see, monkey do. She says it all the time. She does it. Any little moment of celebration, she is sharing it on her Facebook wall. And it might seem silly to you, y'all, but there are bored, tired, stay-at-home moms just like myself 4.5 years ago who are watching you going, dang, she's got a lot of cool, fun stuff going on. Like, how can I get in on that deal? If I would see that from somebody else, I totally would have messaged Rebecca. Well, like just saying her example of how she always shouts things out. I would have totally messaged her and said, all right, what is this like Super Saturday thing you're doing? Why are you on a Punta Cana? Why are you always taking cute pictures with girls in tank tops that match? Like, I went in on that because that looks awesome. So make sure you're sharing your journey with coaching in fun ways, like the fashion stuff, and who you are in your brand. Another way how you can expand your personal brand is going live. I think going live is the way of the future. That sounds really silly, but it's true. Eventually, y'all, you're going to have to pay to go live. It's not going to be free. I guarantee you. And I guarantee there's going to be commercials before your live video. Right now is prime time to be able to captivate your audience with this concept that Facebook has put out there that they're still probably playing with to see who's going to use it and who's not. And because it's a new thing for them, they are going to give you more affinity. They are going to give your Facebook audience more like a visual. Your people are going to see you more because they want to promote this new concept of going live. So what things can you go live about? For me, you guys probably, I'm like beating a dead horse, but I struggle with SAD. So things that I like to add, and I know there are a lot of other people that struggle with the exact same thing. So when I talk about SAM-E or taking my D3 or using my light during the winter months, people are soaking that up and they're going to tell me, yes, I'm struggling with the exact same thing. It has nothing to do with fitness, but I'm allowed to add value and connect with them on something totally different. Another thing you can do that obviously is a part of our business is your meal prepping. If you meal prep and you're making 4 chicken breasts in your crock pot and quinoa and packaging things up, go live. The one thing I will say is make sure your lighting is good. Y'all, I have my ring light on me. It doesn't have to be a ring light right now. I have a lamp sitting on me. Make sure your lighting is good. And make sure you don't sit there and go, all right, I'm going to wait for some people to jump on. Okay. Oh, there's Aunt Sally. All right. When people jump on, I'm going to no, don't do that. That's really weird. And it makes people not want to watch. And most people are going to be watching the recorded version of it. So I say jump in, say who you are, say what you're excited about, and captivate their attention so that they keep watching your video. Because if you have to sit there and explain for 3 minutes that you're waiting people to get on and people are watching the recording, they're not going to watch your video. So I would say also be consistent in when you go live. If you're going to embrace live videos, embrace it. Make it once a week. How are you adding value once a week to your Facebook audience? Are you talking about nutritional tips? Are you talking about beauty tips? Are you talking about, I don't know, decorating? Whatever you're good at, go live on it once a week and be consistent. I mean, look at Melanie Mitro. She does Business Tip Tuesday. You guys all probably know that and see it. That's genius. Because I guarantee you on Tuesday, everybody's looking for it, right? You probably do. I do. So go live. If for me, I love makeup. So I could probably do Makeup Monday, and every Monday go live about some piece of new makeup that I bought, like my lipstick that I got. Actually, I'm going to do that idea. I like Makeup Monday. That's my new jam. Be strategic. Start with the end in mind. What is your purpose in going live? When I'm talking about my SAM-E or SAD, my purpose is to add value, to teach them something that will be helpful to them and to connect with them on a level that is outside of Beachbody. And then quality. Make sure you are adding some value. Make sure they have a desire to finish watching. You're not just rambling about something about your life. Make sure you add value to your audience. It doesn't have to be perfect production quality, but the value that you're adding needs to be the quality that you're giving. And authenticity, we kind of covered this earlier. Be silly, you. My jam is my crazy country heat dancing. I'm known for that within the Beachbody world. A lot of messages that I get in my inbox start with, oh my gosh, I love all your silly videos. You're so inspiring. How do I join your challenge group? That actually pushes me to continue I get frustrated when I don't make one because I know that that's what my people love because it shares who I am. So you need to make sure you're just being you, you're being real, and you share your daily life occurrences, not just Beachbody, right? Kind of the things I talked about earlier with my husband, my Jeep, my cowboy boots, my fashion, my makeup, whatever it is. Make sure you're sharing those daily life occurrences. If your kids are eating spaghetti and they've got it all over their face, take a fun picture and talk about it because a lot of people are going to laugh and they're going to relate to it. I posted today and I second guessed myself, and thankfully I think it was Melody and Kelly were like, just post it. But I posted my Shakeology thing, and one of the things that Shakeology does for me, which I don't know if y'all's heard with it, is it makes me regular. And it's funny because that's my personality to say the thing that everybody feels uncomfortable talking about. So while I was hesitant, I was like, you know what, that's me. I'm the one that says stuff that people are like, did you really just say that out loud? Which makes it fun. And it just adds my personality and flair to it. So make sure your posts are relatable to your niche, right? If you are out talking about, let's see, I'm trying to think. I can't even think of something that would be completely off of my niche. So I'm a stay-at-home mom. I love fashion. I love makeup. I'm a mom, I'm a girl boss. I work from home. And then I went out and started constantly posting about these great wineries that I went to. It wouldn't make sense. I mean, okay, one winery with my girlfriends because that's fun. But if I was constantly talking about something that was completely outside of who I'm trying to target and draw in, it wouldn't make sense. So, and then also one of the things that you want to be in terms of intentional, right, is tailoring your posts based on upcoming events. upcoming challenge groups, coaching sneak peeks. I was actually on a mentor call with a coach who's not on our team, who I adore, and wanted some advice. And she's like, okay, Jitana, so how do you post a call to action and people want to join your coach sneak peek? And I said, well, I'm very intentional with who I'm targeting. So if I have 10 ladies, and I actually went on her friends list and I scrolled through and I said, I'm going to tell you the 10 people who pop out at me who I think I would want to go have a girls' night out with. And she's like, based on their picture? I'm like, yeah, based on their picture. Because if they can't even if there's not like a good profile picture on there, I mean, if they have a good profile picture on there, it's kind of a first like sign of like, hey, they might actually enjoy this whole social media thing. So I scrolled through her friends list and I found 10 people. And I said, now with these 10 people, and she was like, wow, I didn't realize some of these people were in my friends list. If you don't sign them as a coach, I will in the next 2 months. I can. And you need to put that cap on or that thought in your head whenever you're pursuing this. Because, and I've said this to our coaches on our team when I scroll through their friends list, y'all, if I were to friend that person, I would be so intentional. I would go comment on their post. I would connect with them. I'd, girl, where did you get that dress from? It's so cute. Oh my gosh. I saw that you were in a fitness competition. How do you do it? You were so bold and brave, and create a dialogue where we become friends. And then when my coaching sneak peek opportunity comes up, not only do I post it in my call to action, but I go back to Jade and I say, Jade, girl, we have talked about fitness. We have talked about how passionate you are about your family and possibly getting out of the whole military circuit. Would you ever consider doing what I do? I have a coach sneak peek and I would love to mentor you. Let's do this. Are you up for it? And I am intentional over those 10 people that I was focusing on, because I knew 10 days later I was going to have a coaching sneak peek. Same thing with challenge groups. If you're going to be posting your call to action to your challenge group on May 1st, then reverse engineer that to April 20th, and you find 30 people that you're super focused on that you think would love and enjoy this challenge group experience, and start loving on them, building relationships with them. And then you can go and ask them, hey girl, I know we've been talking about finding babysitters for our kids, and I know that, we were using this nanny service. I don't know, whatever you guys talk about in your private messages. But I was thinking about you because of our conversations, and I think you would really be a great asset to my challenge group, and I would love to come alongside you on your fitness journey. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? Right? So reverse engineer that. Make sure your posts are relatable to your niche, and tailor your posts based on your upcoming events. I do this, wash, rinse, repeat every single month for the past 4.5 years. The other thing that we've talked about with another call with Angie Lee, and she covers it a lot on her page, is pain points, right? Pain points are the things, the conversations that are going on in your customer's head, like when they're laying in bed at night and they're frustrated. Like, think about those things. What do you lay in bed at night pondering over or contemplating over? Are you frustrated about finances? Are you frustrated about the way you feel in your jeans when you put them on? Are you frustrated with your kids? Are you frustrated with your hair or your spouse whether you're laying next to? Like, think of all of those pain points, and you have to and this is going to make you a little bit uncomfortable, but you have to start identifying them in your life and how you've solved them. So things to consider: the time of year. What time of year are you in? Are you in the holiday season when people are stressed out, when they're tired, when they suffer from SAD? Are you in the summer when people are thinking about, holy crap, I just enrolled for the pool and I am not ready to put a bathing suit on. This is so embarrassing. Or I'm going on vacation, or I'm getting married. Like, all of those things are constantly happening, and you have to be super aware of them. So right now, the pain point is the fact that most people are going to be wearing a swimsuit. That is like straight up pain point. You got to address it. You got to talk about it. You got to succeed. You got to show them that you did it. Meaning, it doesn't have to be perfect, but that you are making progress, and you are determined to feel good in your skin when you take your family out to the pool or when you go on vacation. Those things have to be talked about, and you got to be super specific with your words. Think about what you think about when you lay in bed. So I love that quote. When you know the conversation in your customer's head, you've won, because you know what they're going to say. Oh my gosh, this girl Dina just posted on Facebook, and like she just spoke to me, and it was so spot on. Like that's exactly how I feel right now. How does she know what I'm thinking? It's crazy. But she's doing something that's like gonna figure it out and solve it, and she looks amazing. I need to message her. So you want to make sure that you are understanding those conversations in your customer's head, and typically those conversations are ones you've had yourself. Another pain point is one that I just talked about, so I could have scrolled over for this example, but the mom bod, right? As mamas that have babies, we kind of, before Beachbody, have settled into the mindset that this is who I am. I've had kids. I've had 2 C-sections. This is the body that moms have. That's a bunch of BS. I'm sorry. I've had 2 C-sections. I get it. It's hard, but it's possible. And so addressing some of those things is super important and is also a fantastic pain point. And not like aggressively or mean or making people feel sad about themselves. It needs to be inspiring and uplifting and give people answers and how they can solve whatever problems that they're having. Another one that's a pain point for me as a stay-at-home mom, and I talk about this all the time with you guys, is loneliness. I don't know about y'all, but like I quit my banking job at Wachovia, decided to stay home with my kids, and I thought it was like my dream to be at home with my kids, and then I'm sitting on my playroom floor like, this is the most boring thing I've ever done. Not only am I tired and exhausted, but leaving the house is way too complicated with diaper bags, blowouts, having to nurse in public, or running out of formula, whatever the situation is. It's so much easier just to stay at home, put them down for nap, not interrupt their nap time. I'm lonely. This sucks. And so talking about loneliness for me is one of my pain points because it's something I struggled with before Beachbody. But the fact that I can jump on a coffee chat every Monday at 9 a.m. to get not only my mindset right, but be surrounded by these beautiful ladies in this picture is awesome. It solves one of my problems, one of my pain points of stay-at-home mommy loneliness. So think about those things for yourself and your own audience. Another pain point that is very common is the financial, right? A lot of people, and for myself even before Beachbody, I had to pick and choose the things that were splurged on. I mean, buying a Coach bag for $150 was like excruciating. I think I bought my first Coach bag when I was like 30 something. I remember going to cheerleading practice and Kelly had like a different Coach bag I don't know how that girl got, she like robbed Coach or something. But she had a different Coach bag every cheerleading practice. I'm like, how does she have? We just want a Coach bag. Now I carry Louis Vuitton, but you got to talk about those financial successes and how before, and it doesn't have to be buying a Disney vacation for your family. It can be, you know what? Me and my husband, we just didn't get to go on date nights because spending an extra $80 on dinner wasn't feasible for us. We needed to eat at home. We needed to be really careful with our finances. But it's been such a blessing to be able to go out to a steakhouse with me and my husband and enjoy it on my Beachbody income and it not be something that takes away from our family. Those simple things, $80. I know a lot of you guys have already earned $80. What about people that have been able to pay the power bill or buy something special for their family for Christmas? Think of the things that have been rewarding for you. And finances is a huge pain point. Loneliness is a huge pain point. The way we feel, women, the way we feel in our own skin is a huge pain point. So think about those things for your niche. All right, so followers to challengers, right? I'm jabbing and I'm jabbing and I'm jabbing with all the stuff that I just shared with you before, right? Constantly, every day, consistently jabbing. I'm living out loud on social media. I'm being relatable. I'm helping followers understand how I can help them. Not saying, I can help you. You should join a challenge group. That's not a jab. That's a right hook. Jabs are those subtle things throughout your week until you get to your right hook moment, right? And so this was my right hook moment in one of my posts for I think it was a Motivated Mama group that I was doing, focused on getting our house decluttered with spring cleaning. So I was trying to think of something a little sexier than spring cleaning. I wanted to do something fun. So I did Motivated Mama. We focused on keeping our houses organized and cleaning things out. And that was my right hook. So ever wonder how the heck she does it? Energy, feeling pretty, fitness, meal prepping. Guess what? Those were all jabs that I did 12 days, like for 12 days straight. Those probably, there's more than that, 6 or 7 things in that post were all jabs that I addressed very specifically every single day, right? And then my right hook came, and for my followers, it made sense. They're like, oh my gosh, she's been adding this value and sharing and getting in my brain and understanding what I'm thinking. And now she's going to run a group and she's going to solve all my problems. That's it right there. That's how you get your followers to become your challengers. And little tips, and you guys, a lot of you guys already know this. Afton's flipping genius at Canva. She actually helped me create this presentation, but some different resources you can use is Canva, Clipping Magic. There's no more, like, you see how our body is clipped onto the cover photo? That's from Clipping Magic, and it takes like 15 seconds. It's amazing. PicMonkey is another one with really great graphics, but I love Canva and Clipping Magic are my 2 jams. So if you need resources on how to do that, go look that stuff up. If you're like, I don't know how to use Canva, guess what? YouTube is fantastic tutorials. Go on there and learn, or just play around with it. It's pretty user-friendly. I actually have it on as an app. This cover photo here was created from my phone with the Canva app, but the actual computer program is even better. So then I've jabbed intentionally, purposefully, sharing who I am, talking to my niche, addressing pain points. I did my right hook. Now my challenge group starts. My challenge group sneak peek is open, right? And that's why I said the Motivated Mama. So here's my Motivated Mama, and it is open. My very first post, typically in a sneak peek, is my before and afters. I want people to see that I have credibility, and I don't always share sometimes I share my before and afters on my wall, but some people, this is their first time seeing it. And so I share my before and afters, and I talk about what they're going to be getting out of the group. I also think that going live in your challenge group sneak peeks is super important. You can go live and you can be like, all right, ladies, I know that you're in this challenge group for a purpose and a reason. You've been following me on social media, and now you're curious what this is all about and how you're going to benefit from this. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to pour into you as your coach. We are going to meal prep. We are going to plan out your weekend. It's going to be focused on something that's feasible for your family or your work life. We are going to follow a workout program that is going to be super simple, but like having a personal trainer in your house. You can travel with it, super, super user-friendly. Then we're going to have each other, accountability. I am going to make sure this group is fun. You go through and you go live and you tell them what they're going to get out of this experience, right? And sometimes that's nerve-wracking. If you feel like you need to just record it. But I think live is like, makes you feel like a real relatable person that they can connect with. If you mess up, your kids walk in the video, who cares? Just be natural. And then give them very specific dates. You're like, listen, we're starting on May 1st. I'm just throwing out dates. We're starting on May 1st. So for all of us to be able to start on May 1st, we need to make sure everybody gets their goodies. I never say have your order in by. Say everybody gets their goodies by April 24th. I'm like literally just randomly throwing out dates. Everybody needs to have their goodies ready to go in their checkout thing, and show me that that you've completed it by April 24th, so that I can keep you in this group. You get everything in time, so we can all start to hold each other accountable. Because for goodness gracious, what's the one reason most people fail? The accountability, the motivation, the self-motivation. And I am going to solve that problem for you, and I'm ready to do this. So are you in? Comment below. And I'm very aggressive with that video, and I want them to know that I'm serious about helping them. Another thing that I do is post a call to action in terms of their order. Now, obviously, this has changed because we have all access, so no longer do I do fixed and extreme. I just do the all access challenge pack. I never sell any other challenge packs. It doesn't make any sense. But I still list everything out, and then I just have the all access challenge pack with the video of, I think there's a corporate video about it. And what this does, and I've talked about it on our team calls before, but it is the power of positive peer pressure. Some of your guys' names might actually be on this list because this is from 2015, but I have them confirm their order by hitting done, right? And so if you look November 6th, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Success Club 10 right there. And it kept going. But what that is people see that they're not the only ones jumping in, and it doesn't make them feel uncomfortable. And sometimes if you want to stimulate this a little bit, you can have previous challengers in your groups and they can say done. Yes, they're done. They have all the stuff they need. They can say done, and sometimes it gets the ball rolling. Another thing that I do is the final list. And this is so funny. You can ask Nicole. Every time we do a final list, we list it out, we tag them all in it, and then underneath, like, people panic. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm not in it. Don't leave me out. I should be on this list. I'm getting my order in today, or I already ordered. Here's my order number, my email address. Make sure you're my coach. And we continually edit the list and we add the names to it as we notice that they've ordered. But this is another, like, punch into the power of positive peer pressure, where people see a bunch of names and they're like, I'm missing out. This sucks. I want to be a part of it. And then I do a welcome post. It's very engaging, welcoming, friendly, and fun. And I ask them to submit their selfies so that I can create the selfie collage, which I post publicly on my social media. Of course, I ask them if it's okay, and then I tag everybody in it that I can. And what that does is it puts my name out there a little more to their Facebook audience, but it also can pinpoint potential coaches for me. Like, so if, not for me, but for them, or who they will, if they could be potential coach. So if one of the girls on here gets like 7 people who are like, wait, well, what are you doing? I want to do this. I'm not going to go sell challenge pack to 5 to 7 of their friends. I'm going to say, all right, girl, Season, I know that you're really excited about this challenge group, and I would love to mentor you as an apprentice coach. You've got some friends that want to do this too. Why don't we go ahead and sign you on as a coach, and let's get your friends on board in this group as well, or in the next group. Easy way to find a coach, or easy way to get referrals. And then this is something that I'm trying to overhaul, but it has worked really great in the 30-day challenge group cycle. But doing the daily task lists, have them making sure they're doing before and after pictures, taking their sweaty selfies every day, share on their wall about the awesome challenge group. It's so funny. The day that the homework assignment is on day 17, I want you to share on your wall what you're getting out of this group and tag me in it so I know that you did it, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen my Facebook page when that's the homework assignment day, but when it is, I get like 12 people writing, oh my gosh, I've lost 7 pounds in Jatana Jackson's challenge group. We are having so much fun. I've never been a part of something like this where I'm feeling motivated and inspired by other women. They're writing that on their wall and it's showing up on my wall. So my audience is seeing it as credibility for me, and their audience is seeing it bringing referrals and traction over to my page. This has been genius for my business and a big reason why it has grown and helped me meet people way outside of my warm market. The challengers, they track themselves. Not everybody does it, but as you can see, a lot of people do. And then at the end, whoever has the most points gets a water bottle with their name on it for like, what, $14 or something on Etsy. And it's super fun. They get it. They take a picture. They tag you in it. Once again, it builds that credibility on your Facebook wall. And if your Facebook profile is not public, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You can hide things and be friends only on certain albums of your kids or whatever. But in general, your Facebook profile should be public. Daily tasks. And that was what I was saying, creates momentum for your business. So how would you like it if somebody posted on their wall tagging you saying, you've seen all my 5 a.m. fitness photos. That's all thanks to the fitness challenge group I'm in. It's being run by Jatana Jackson. Hello, friends. It's nice to meet you. I'm glad you're coming to my page now. It's really keeping me on track. It's a small and intimate group. We're actually chatting and sharing and not just posting selfies. I even get to brag about awesome what? Awesome circuit sticker skills? I don't even know what that means, but okay. If you get a chance to be in one of Jatana's groups, do it. You'll make friends, get tips, and have ultimate support. I'm sorry, but I love that somebody wrote that on their wall and tagged me in it. So I'm building credibility, and their audience is seeing it as well. Another one was day-to-day life can be so busy, and as parents, we often forget and about taking care of ourselves. Wow, this sounds like my niche, right? What I talk about on my Facebook page. I'm attracting like attracts like. With that said, it's so great reaching my goals with other like-minded ladies and being held accountable for my workouts and nutrition. Thank you, ChangeX, for creating an awesome challenge group. These are customers posting on their wall and tagging me in it. That's like hands down one of the best ways to get referrals. And then at the end, I always do a what's next. And so the way I've transitioned from my old way of doing it is I do you've graduated from this group, so you get to be added to Jatana's VIP group, which is anybody who has completed a 30-day group with me. They are officially in my VIP group, which is all my customers. And then the other option is they can come check out coaching, which is the 3-day coaching sneak peek group that they can go in and they can watch all the videos. And I see that they request to join, so I can put them on my list of people who are possibly interested, and I can follow up with them. And then my Rockstar Challengers, well, they become Rockstar coaches. And you probably noticed some faces on here, but there's Sue and Afton and Ren. They were all my challengers at one point. It's funny, Ren was a complete stranger who lives in Alabama, who joined a free group. I think it was Buns, Guns, and Abs, who decided to join probably a 21-day fix group, and then is now a hardworking diamond on my team. So things I want you to focus on is attracting people who relate to you and your story, run amazing challenge groups, help them get results like this, and then share the coaching opportunity with them. So hopefully that was helpful. I can answer questions if you have any questions, but literally that's a rundown of what I do on a daily basis. And if you try to water it down, it don't work. You have to be really focused and intentional with your posting, your jabs, your right hooks, and loving on those people who are in your challenge groups. That was a lot. I talked a lot. What questions do you guys have? It's 10:06. Is there anything that I can help you with that might have been confusing? Nope. All right. Well, it's good to go. Let's get some sleep. I am committed to staying up till 1 a.m. I am going to do all of my follow-ups. I'm going to finish up with my invites, and I'm going to sell a challenge pack today because I'm doing a challenge pack every single day this month. Right? It's possible. It is totally possible for everybody. Oh, I see a question. Sorry. Hold on. 2 questions. If you have friends on Facebook who are not your niche, would you unfriend them? No, I wouldn't unfriend them. I mean, unless they're like vulgar and weird, yeah. I mean, if I see somebody posting like crazy curse words and like violent, weird stuff, I'm like, I am never going to relate to this person at all. Then I might actually unfriend, because honestly, I don't need that toxic stuff in my life. So, yeah, vulgar people, dudes that are weird, gone. But women who are just living everyday life, that's my jam. So, any other questions? Clipping Magic is desktop only. That's right. Canva has an app and a desktop. Desktop is really fancy. The app, if you're like, oh my gosh, I need a challenge group cover photo, like right now, I use it all the time to make quick challenge group photos. So let's take a quick picture and we'll jump off. Go ahead and take your own, or I can take one. I'm going to take one for myself, but you know. Let me see, where's the most faces? Some of these are like just blocks. There we go. Got it. Nailed it. Let me do one close up for you guys so you don't have to have my office in the background. Perfect. All right, love you guys. Have an amazing night. Bye.